Hello everyone, and welcome to Patch Notes, the show where life is the game, and companies update it with new changes each week. Let's see what got nerfed or buffed. This week covers July 31st through August 6th. On Twitter, Jeff Grubb was talking about Xbox Live going away completely last Friday. Last week, Microsoft removed the 12-month gold option from their website, leaving 6 or 3 months as the only choices. Later on in the week, though, Xbox did confirm that the Xbox Live Gold service would not be going away or getting phased out. Yet the multiplayer for Halo Infinite might be a different story. The picture shown here talks about a free-to-play multiplayer experience for Halo Infinite. It was later tweeted out by the Halo Twitter account that multiplayer will be free-to-play and support 120 frames per second on Series X. More details regarding this will be coming at a later date. Xbox Game Pass has been rebranded to just Game Pass per their Twitter accounts. The new branding can be seen here, and is not much different, just the removal of the Xbox part. This photo was tweeted after the initial announcement, memeing the brand change. I think my favorite explanation is that it costs less to get as a tattoo. New games are also coming to Game Pass in August. Darksiders Genesis and Man of Medan is going to console only. Everything else will be available on both PC and console. Final Fantasy VII is a great addition to see, and maybe the remakes will make their way over to the consoles sometime in the future. XCloud will be having an official launch on September 15th. The cloud streaming service will be available on the Ultimate tier of Game Pass. XCloud has been in beta for a good while now, so hopefully it should be a smoother launch. Microsoft has partnered with Samsung to promote the launch of XCloud. The Game Pass Ultimate Bundle comes with a Galaxy Note 20, PowerA's Bluetooth controller, a controller phone clip, and 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate. Xbox insiders will see a new Xbox store starting August 5th. The new store will be faster, easier to navigate, and safer to use. The picture shown here is just some of the changes they are making. In other Halo news, the Master Chief Collection is getting crossplay between PC and Xbox. The news comes from a Halo Waypoint development update and includes a lot of insight into their plans with the Master Chief Collection on PC. The studio director of BioWare has provided some new info for Anthem Next. The blog post focused on a more satisfying loot experience with changes in drop rates, availability, scaling, and methods to acquire said loot. They also mentioned working on gunplay and new weapons based on in-game lore. It also seems EA has high interest in acquiring another studio as of a recent report. EA revealed in an investor's call that EA is more interested than ever in acquiring Warner Bros. Games. The collective studios behind the more recent Batmans, Mortal Kombats, and even the license holder for the LEGO games. Microsoft has also expressed interest in buying this studio, but as of right now, no acquisitions have taken place. Konami has sinned in the worst way possible for a game developer. They put this video on their Twitter account with varying sounds from the Silent Hill games. This caused the internet to blow up with speculation that another Silent Hill game was being teased. Instead, Konami followed up by saying that the video is nothing but a fun nostalgia trip. Anything official about Silent Hills will be on the game's Twitter account, which was apparently just made this July. Rare posted this announcement on their Twitter last Friday. A new Battletoads game will be making its way to Xbox, Game Pass, Windows Store, and Steam on August 20th. The game is available for pre-install right now. Netflix is developing a Beyond Good and Evil film adaptation for the streaming platform. We last saw the game at E3 2019, but Ubisoft have been silent about it this year so far. This is most likely due to the current world situation. Some fans expect grievances over this move as they just want to play the game that was first announced at E3 2017. Bethesda has revealed that Doom Eternal and The Elder Scrolls Online will be coming to Series X and PS5. Players who already own the titles on current-gen platforms will be available to upgrade for free. The company is also committed to providing free upgrades to other games they decide to bring forward. Pete Hines has commented on when we might hear about Starfield, the upcoming sci-fi game from Bethesda. He replied to this tweet explaining a dream the user's boyfriend had about Pete Hines and Starfield. In the dream, Pete Hines said, "We're not going to tell you anything about Starfield till next year." Hines replied in the tweet, "Your boyfriend is smart," hinting that there will most likely not be any announcements related to the game anytime soon. The original No More Heroes has been rated for the Nintendo Switch in Taiwan. The director did comment back in 2019 that they were expressed interest in bringing the game to current-gen consoles. After a couple of weeks with no dated games for the 2020 holiday season, Nintendo posted this on their Twitter. Pikmin 3 Deluxe will be making its way to Switch on October 30th. This version includes all the DLC, new side story missions, and it will retail for $59.99 USD. Shortly after this announcement though, it was discovered that the Wii U version of Pikmin 3 was pulled from the Nintendo Wii U eShop. While any physical copies will still work fine, it is no longer for sale directly from Nintendo in a digital format. Jeff Grubb scheduled out some gaming news he believes will be making the rounds during the month of August. One notable piece he mentioned was the Wildcard Nintendo between August 11th and August 22nd. Grubb is a pretty reliable source of information regarding these events, and Nintendo needs to start making some moves if they want anything announced for the holiday season besides Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Sony announced their next State of Play on Monday. The event took place on August 6th and focused on third-party games for PS4 and PS5. Most of the footage shown was gameplay updates for already announced games, with a couple of new announcements as well. The most notable games to me were Crash Bandicoot 4, Bugsnax, and The Pedestrian. Overall, it was a decent stream. Not the most exciting, but not a Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase either. You can find it on PlayStation's YouTube account. Outside of their live event, Sony had some other ongoings in the gaming space. In a blog post, they revealed that the DualShock 4 controllers will not work with PS5 games, only supported PS4 games that play on PS5. They also said official headphones, USB or audio jack headphones, PSVR controllers, and specialty peripherals like racing wheels and fighting sticks will carry over to the new console. It was funny to see Xbox clap back shortly after this, saying all their controllers will be moving forward and work with Series X. If you are more interested in the DualSense controller though, Sony has put up this very detailed rundown of it on their website. The page includes explanations for many of the controller's features and a full 3D rotation showing each nook and cranny. There are also sections for the new Pulse 3D wireless headset, a PS5-centric HD camera, and the system's media remote. Crystal Dynamics and PlayStation will be teaming up for exclusive Marvel Avengers DLC. Spider-Man, set to release in early 2021, will only be playable on the PlayStation version of the game. The playable hero will be free to PlayStation owners, but this move did not sit well with gamers planning to get the game on other platforms. Spider-Man will be the only exclusive character according to Crystal Dynamics studio head Scott Amos. It was also confirmed shortly after that the PlayStation version of the game would receive exclusive cosmetics as well. Sony revealed during a quarterly earnings report that the PS4 is at 112 million units sold. They were also pleased to see the success of The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima during the first quarter of this fiscal year. PS Plus subscribers have hit approximately 45 million users as well. A tweet from Daniel Ahmed talked about GTA 5 on next-gen platforms. The game originally released in 2013 and will be coming to Series X and PS5 in the second half of 2021. GTA Online will be getting a standalone version also in the second half of 2021. If you plan on playing on PS5, this standalone version will be free to keep for the first 3 months of its release. You will still need PS Plus to play online multiplayer though. In a Take-Two financial earnings call, it was revealed that the Series X, PS5, and PC versions of the standalone GTA Online will be getting exclusive content. No word if the new content will be released simultaneously or staggered after the games drop on the next-gen systems. Analog must have advertised a must-buy retro device, as the Analog Pocket sold out within minutes of pre-orders going live. They did say they'd be making more and doing their best to meet demand during this unfortunate global state of affairs. You can sign up for email updates on their website. 4 or more Pocket devices and accessories will be available for purchase. Blizzard is pushing BlizzCon into early 2021, as reported by GameIndustry.biz. Blizzard President J. Allen Brack told investors that the convention would be taking place in a virtual format, as their physical event was canceled as of May of this year. Take-Two is going to start pricing their games on a title-to-title basis, based on a report from Ars Technica. During an earnings call, CEO Strauss Zelnick said, "We're definitely announcing pricing on a title-by-title basis." He said this decision was based on stagnant game prices compared to ever-rising development cost. It will be interesting to see how other companies respond to this issue and how it will influence spending habits among gamers. During a financial conference call, Activision discussed a lot about the next Call of Duty. Following the Dorito leak from last week, Activision said the next game in the franchise will have a new campaign multiplayer that would be revealed fairly soon. Warzone will be integrated into this next entry as well, but they have not said anything about pricing as of yet. According to a tweet from Call of Duty News on Twitter, it seems that announcement might happen sooner rather than later. The picture posted here shows a large crate from Activision and a notice not to open the crate till August 10th. My assumption is that the crate holds info pertaining to the new game. Apple has locked both Stadia and XCloud from their App Store. In the official statement, they said, "Before they go on our store, all apps are reviewed against the same set of guidelines that are intended to protect customers and provide a fair and level playing field to developers." Yet, since the games included in these streaming services cannot be reviewed and approved by Apple individually, the apps themselves are blocked. iOS is a very big portion of the mobile market and where these streaming services need to be in order to shine. The move just feels very anti-consumer and almost monopolistic, as Apple does have their own gaming service, Apple Arcade. This week's major releases includes Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout on PS4 and PC, Brawlhalla on iOS and Android, Fast and the Furious Crossroads on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, and Phantasy Star Online 2 on Steam. That's it for this week's patch notes. Leave your thoughts down below about this week's news. Do you think Nintendo has abandoned Directs in favor of Twitter announcements? Are you going to be trying out XCloud when it goes live in September? And how do you feel about this back and forth pricing with next-gen games all these companies seem to be having an issue with? If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button, it really helps out. If you didn't, leave a dislike and tell me what you think I could be doing better. If you want to see more, make sure to get subscribed, hit the bell to get notified of new uploads. I'm your host Wingodang, and I'll see you in the next one.